great night vision, shawty. It's getting like it's like 4 hours of daylight up in this out here these days. So even with the times falling back, so Nico Harrison was fired. There was a report on ESPN that he was fired this morning, and I searched it. Then I clicked on the little ESPN app. Then it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And then a couple hours later, it came out that he was fired, and obviously the brother is always going to be the scapegoat. They made him the face of this, and when he made this decision, whether it was with a Glock to his head, it's gonna fall on him. When they can't make the brother the scapegoat, he will be the scapegoat, right? It was all me and what was my man's name? Kobe, not Mitch Kupchak, but Kobe Rob Pelinka, Kobe's ex-agent that's running the Lakers. He said, yeah, we sat down and it was just me and him, and a lot of that story, man, he was helped to be the fall guy. Hopefully. Because that was fixed by the NBA. I think that's when we're really opening up people's eyes. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. I think that's what opened up people's eyes to the NBA being rigged. I think that's when I started looking. I understood it was rigged. And his interviews of Tim Donaghy I seen with Jimmy Jackson, played at Ohio State and was part of the Triple J's in Dallas. He had an interview with Tim Donaghy I was watching. I don't know if it was old, and he was talking about how his shit was fixed. But that's when I really started really waking up to it. And I'm gonna tell you this, man, a lot of guys are so addicted to sports betting, they don't care if it's rigged. They're still gonna throw their money in on a daily basis. And that's the thing about it, man. If you know the game is rigged, why would you still play? You gotta see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of guys like playing Russian roulette with assets. They like playing Russian roulette with everyday life. If you know something is a danger zone, and you can't win, and you're going to be on the wrong side of it, you can't stop. At the end of the day, man, the addiction word need to be thrown out there. But that was a clear thing when they moved Luka to LA. That was the NBA doing that. And that's kind of why people was mad about the Chris Paul blockage by the NBA, even though they controlled the New Orleans Hornets at the time, because we already know how they get down. You know what I'm saying? And they, moved Luka to LA, and they made Nico the fall guy. Like the movie, like Ryan Gosling in it. They made Nico the fall guy. At the end of the day, hopefully he got a good severance package. Hopefully they financially took care of him, because this is going to be attached to his name forever. Ever. And this is going to be attached to Nico's name forever. And it's so easy to make the brother the fall guy. It's easy. I'm telling y'all, you don't have no allies, bro. That's why it's so hard for brothers to make it in Hollywood, man, and be heterosexual. Hard to make it in that industry. And it's all the same industry: sports, entertainment, movies, TV shows. We all the same industry. They made him the fall guy, and we know the owner has to write off on that. If anything, it was the owner's idea to do it. But then again, hopefully they take care of the brother, man. And maybe he like, oh, hell no, I don't want to do that. Or maybe he was like, yeah, I agree, man. This dude hard to deal with. He don't want to get in. Maybe he agreed. But then again, he don't have the autonomy to do that. Maybe they didn't want to pay him. It's a lot of things, but he's the face of the fall. He's the fall guy. In Dallas, they will forever hate him. It's easy to hate him when you see the way he look, bro. When you like Nico Harrison, you like being Nico, bro, you already coming into the game with 2 strikes. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk it back. You got to take strikes off your resume. And when you're in that field in general, you could be a Super Bowl winning coach. You can be a Larry O'Brien winning coach. But if you don't win it for 1 year, all of a sudden your job on the hot seat. You on the hot seat. You miss a draft pick, you on the hot seat. You can win 10 straight championships. You go 3 years without one. Oh man, we need a new GM. We need a new head coach. But everybody know he getting scapegoated. Everybody know it. And it's unfortunate, but hey, he would always be known as the guy that traded Luka. And then, and I want to point this out. I'm glad I'm in this video right here. They didn't even let Kyrie come back. They didn't even let Anthony Davis get 100% healthy and see what the team looked like with everybody healthy. It's really Cooper Flag and the rest of them. But I'm guessing they look like, well, AD already injured again. You did this for AD. And I guess that's what it was. And the more Luka, had great games in LA, and Anthony Davis on the sideline injured and Kyrie injured, it's like, And one day they do a documentary probably about the truth about it, but they didn't even want to wait to see how it go. They ain't even want to wait. They ain't even want to wait. So, at the end of the day, man, when you take positions like that, when you're a brother, man, you got to understand you damn near have to be perfect. But I think when they made that move, I hope the NBA in Dallas, the ownership took care of him. But a lot of times, motherfuckers, excuse my language, be doing moves like this and getting pennies on the dollar. It was a dude that was doing moving dope through the mail. And he was getting like $2,500 per package, like, or some low shit. Like, what? I mean, imagine that. You got people in Hollywood who slept with producers to be on C-list movies. You know what I'm saying? To make guest appearances and stuff and never be seen again. To be on, pilot sitcoms and they done sold their soul and their asshole to be on this Z-list movie. And I said, yeah, Z-list movie. And then, when their career don't take off like it's supposed to, oh, this guy fondled my balls, or this guy touched me, or this woman took advantage of me this way, and I want to sue because, they sold you a dream. So if Nico truly did sell out and become the front man for this, I hope he got enough money. I hope he didn't do it for pennies on the dollar. I hope he made enough money to be able to be good for the rest of his life. Because it's going to be hard pressed to see he run another organization. It's going to be hard pressed to him to get another shot. It's going to be hard pressed. But, at the end of the day, everybody got choices. Everybody talk that righteous shit until they come to you, bro. And they come to you when you at the most messed up position in your life. Ask these dudes who sold their publishing and all this type of stuff for 10, 20,000, nothing. They was all effed up. Who you are in times of turmoil, that tells you to tell the truth, or who you really are tells the true tale. But hey, hit the link in the description. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine, everything inside the link tree. I appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.